Hi, I'm Jessica Boyer, home stager, organizer, and life coach. I work with women to help clear the clutter both internally and externally so they can get to the root of what inspires them and start creating their own unique brand of impact. Follow me on this journey. Welcome to Create and Design, the beginning of dreams fulfilled. Hello everyone, happy sunny afternoon. I'm hoping to just pop on and kind of share some thoughts with you today around the idea of we can't control the outcome. I know I've talked about this before in my blog, but I also feel like it's always one of those topics that are worth revisiting. It comes up time and time again with the clients I coach through my therapeutic coaching, but also in my own relationships, in my own life, and I have to constantly be reminding myself of this. One of the key concepts of our therapeutic coaching and neurolinguistic psychology is that we don't get to have control over others. And when I say that, I'm always working to help people understand that they do get to set boundaries. So us all being uniquely different and having different memories and values and beliefs in how we take in information is all very uniquely different. It doesn't mean that we get to be mistreated by others. So we do get to set boundaries. Unfortunately, we can set the boundaries, but we can't have control over how that other person receives them. And this goes in all areas of our life. When you think about, and I like to kind of always drive home that idea that you can have two kids raised in the same family and with the same parents, kind of same rules, and how they see and remember and recall their life will be very different from each other. So if you have a situation where they have a one shared experience, and you would ask them to recall it, they're going to recall different aspects of that experience. They're not going to be identical to each other because they take in information differently and they file it differently, and so they have different memories of the situation. And this can be eye-opening, especially when you are working in family dynamics and what that means when you're trying to help them interpret the situation. But that's not what I'm here for today. What I'm wanting to talk to you today about is the fact that we are all uniquely different, and we need to remember that. And so when we think that everybody should see it our way, or we're really struggling to get people to believe that my way is the right way, or and this is true in society in general as a whole right now, we're all really kind of fractured in our belief systems, and we can't understand where the other person's coming from. And what I want to remind you of is that we all take in information differently. We file it differently, and so then we make choices differently. And how we respond to events will be very different, and how we see things will be very different. But when it comes to setting clear boundaries, this is something that you do get to have control over. So while we don't get to have control over how they receive the information when we set a clear boundary and when we share with somebody that we love or that we're working with, what it is that we need from the relationship, and setting some clear expectations, we don't get to have control, however, on how they receive that information. Now, that is what can be difficult. We get to kind of toss that ball into their court, and from there they get to do with it what they want to. But helping people recognize that they still have, they do get to have some control over the situation. They just don't get to have control over the outcome necessarily, but they can do it for what's best for themselves is really empowering. So I want you kind of just to chew on that for a bit and to recognize that you may have relationships right now that you're dealing with in your life that may not feel like they are going the way you hope they would. But do know that you get to have control over how you respond to them, how you think about them, how you see the world. And I do encourage you to set healthy boundaries in your life. And as a result, you will see that you will flourish. As always, the world is a better place with you in it. Join me again next time.